Darling, 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 darling. Everybody out there in the woods, in the world, that are darlings. And I think you all know who you are. You're the guys and the girls that care. Yeah, you care about everybody and everything. And you try to do it all as good as you can get it done. There's a lot of shit in the way, but you always try to get it. But I was trying to give out some sort of thing I got left before my flame burns out, because I'm burning real bright right now. I don't mean to be, but that's just the way the world makes me. Most people have caught the God makes me, but it's just the way the world works. I'm just an animal off of this world. I am no God. I gotta choose my words, because I'm just Gordy. Usually I say those weird, normal, that all the girls use, that the kids use, but adults were not supposed to say those words, because we're going to make them say them better or worse, or teach them how to say them right, or no, they're not supposed to know all that shit. We'll get off that. I'm sunken here for a minute, because I called up Karina on YouTube, because I miss her. I miss her family. I miss, God, this is great to say, I miss Luana. Luana got me to Karina. And Luana finally let me back in the family with this guy I don't know yet, but his name is Sanchez, I think. I thought it was Schwartz, but it's Sanchez. Or some, I'm not good at words and pronouncing stuff, but I think it's Sanchez. She's got a new husband named Sanchez. You know what? I like Ernie. I like the Ernie guy. He's a guy. And we can communicate, because I don't want nothing of his. All I want is what I already had before her. I don't want to steal her from him. I just want her to. Is that weird? Hard to say, you know? All I want is the understanding of her and I, because we still got dealings together. And then, like, I'm going to try to steal her from him, or any of that male sort of weird shit that everybody has to go through till they grow up. But I finally got accepted back to talk to Ernie. So Ernie, listen up on this stuff. I'm trying to be real polite and not crush any peacock feathers. You can draw them back in, you're not in, you don't have to fight me. I'm a good guy. Got him looking at my thing here in my mouth, even without teeth, it looks like I am a good guy. It must be true. I'm teaching myself to just be a good guy. But then I got a cough because I smoke and I drink, and I'm a stupido. Stupido, is that a nice word? Is that French? Anybody knows if stupido is French? I don't know. But Karina, I tried to call you up and communicate with you, and you got so many people communicating with you. I don't know if I should bother you much anymore. You got more on your plate than you can wash off, dear. God. All those kids and all those energies, all those people coming on YouTube, and you're still alive. I think we should send you a battery charger. You know, God, dear. How do you do that shit and you work for a judge that thinks you're an idiot? That judge that thinks you're an idiot, I'd put her in your backyard and make her clean up. And then she might figure out what kind of life you have to live with. I love you, my darling. Keep getting stronger. I hope any energy I can send to you will help. I'm pushing mine to the bottom end every goddamn. You know what I did today? This guy pounded on my door, and I said, "Come in." He didn't push the doorbell; it was right there, but he pounded on my door, and the dog barked like hell, and my chair was out of battery, but I jumped in my chair, and I went to answer the door, and here was this guy. Nice guy. And he had a pregnant 19-year-old girl with him. And he wanted to pick up scrap, earn some money. Okay, I got a lot of work. Could you do anything? Well, he helped me put up sheetrock. And this kid never knew nothing about putting it up ever before. He can't even read a tape, but his girlfriend who's pregnant is reading the tape for him. Funnier and shit, the girl's smarter than him because she's pregnant. It happens in that sort of reality. Women get smarter than guys when they get pregnant. I don't know why that is, but and women quit trusting guys. And this guy's working, he knocked on my door for work. He wanted to take any metal I got, and I said, "Yeah, I got something for you. Hang this sheetrock for me." And he actually was able to listen. And she did the measurements. He didn't know how to read 7 1/4. She did, but he didn't. And I had this rotosip to cut it out of they could at least draw the square. It worked out really good. It did. These poor people having a baby, trying to be together, they don't even have a home to live in, all they got is a truck. And they're trying to love each other, and there's a baby coming. And they don't even know it's male or female. But he keeps saying it's male, and she keeps saying it's female, but who gives a shit about none of that stuff? The whole shit is, get her done. Do it right. Take care of that. I mean, kids and humans are a lot more to do with than pretty things. Pretty things are pretty when you got time for pretty things, but when you gotta save the world and make sure that babies are born and okay, now that's more important than pretty things. And I keep running into that with my life. Pretty things, you know. But it was great. I met this girl. I gave her a jar full of change and said, they worked for an hour. I gave them $20 for both of them. Because it was pretty obvious they weren't worth it. But I gave him a whole lot of interest. And then I gave him a whole lot of tires and wheels and other stuff that they could make a lot more money than what I gave him in cash. And I taught him how to put sheetrock on the wall. He didn't even know how to bend over and put on a diaper. And they're starting a family and not even know how to bend over and put on a diaper. Isn't that amazing? Hey, she was 19. When you're a girl, 19 is a good age to have a baby because you got a chance for your body to come back. If you wait till you're older, your body don't have a chance. If you have them young, but you got to be smarter at a young age, but most people aren't. You have them young, you look like my daughter Karina. I don't know, I've always tried to figure out when was the firstborn and which was hers. Because she takes in all these kids from other sides, and anybody that needs it, Karina gives it. I don't even know which ones are honestly hers, except for Eric and Isaac and one of the girls, but I'm not sure because they got confused with cousins and stuff. I hope you listen to this, Karina, because I'm saying I'm not very often confused. But when it comes to you and your mom, I'm always confused. I haven't got a clue what in the hell is going on in anything when it comes to you guys. You know, when it has to do with wood and making shit, that's me. But when it has to do with communicating with people besides with my music, that's you. I mean, I don't know what I tried to do. I thought I tried to teach you to play sweet music. And you know what? You did it. So whatever I tried to do worked. It did work. You play really sweet music. And your mama always had this voice. It turned me on so bad when she sang songs. I won't go into details of our first date, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to upset Ernie. But I'll tell him that off camera. Because it's all, hey, truth is truth. And everybody should know about all truth. And if you're going to tell the truth, everybody should know the truth. And everybody's going to tell a lie. Everybody get rid of that lie real quick because life goes really on the truth. Or it's somebody else's life. It ain't mine. I'm going to say what I say when I say it because it's the way it is. Oh, Karina was up. I got another 10 miles on my wheelchair. Yeah. Instead of 10 miles, I got 20. So I've been cruising my neighborhood. Guess what I found? I found a miniature stagecoach. Miniature stagecoach made out of plywood. And this idiot made plywood wheels. So now it's just sitting there rotting because the plywood wheels are crookeder and shit. Not strong enough to hold anything. So this beautiful thing that you could put kids in and have Rowdy walk around and pull everybody anywhere they wanted to go. You could put 4 kids in it, and you could sit on top and tell Rowdy what to do. And he'd have a good time getting out of his yard. It just needs new wheels. And it ain't pretty because it's sitting there rotten. I'm going to trade this guy up. I don't even know the guy. But I found that he lives at the end of a road. That because I had extra batteries, I went to the edge of the road. And I'm going to find out who owns that stagecoach that's made in third size. You know, anybody from 12 down consider it like a little kid. Big guys consider the top tell what dog to go or what horse or what wheelchair. I mean, this thing you can just pull it down the road. You can take it in rodeos and fairs. It's really well built, but they just let it die there. Right? And I gotta go talk to this guy. He looks like he's too busy to give a shit about it. You know what he's got in front of it? An old bathtub full of plants. And he parked this thing behind it. So nobody can even see the thing. And he's at the end of the road. I think he's in love with it, but he ain't got time to take care of it. I'm gonna go try to help him take care of it, because it is a beautiful thing. I mean, a big dog can pull it. A Rowdy, that'll give Rowdy something to do. Rowdy'd love to pull that thing. Something beeped. I must have went offline or something. Hey, I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm just screaming here and talking out loud. But I needed to do this. I didn't even know why. It just was something I needed to do. So I'm going to hit the little X. First I gotta find, there it is. I gotta find the little square and say goodnight. I might sing you a song later, because my song's getting prettier. My fingers are starting to work. I have to beat them up every day, but you gotta demand them to do shit. Wow. You guys out there on YouTube, you know, yesterday I took off my socks and my feet were hot. You know, for about a year, every time I took off my socks, my feet were like icebergs. So there's something broke loose there. My feet are warm again. And it's really weird. I don't know if it's nerves or blood vessels or flow or whatever, but my feet got hot. Took off my socks and my feet were hot. It's kind of amazing because they've been icebergs before. I mean, I go outside and forget don't have socks and shoes on because I couldn't feel them. But now that they got some heat to them, I can look at you guys and say, move left foot, and it moves. Before I couldn't even, I had to look at my toes to tell them what to do. Pretty amazing when you're coming back from not giving up. You just don't ever quit. I mean, just don't ever quit. It's as simple as that. You just, look at me. I'm a stupid old fuck. I got beautiful blue eyes. Everybody tells me I can't see them without these on. But please, don't ever quit. Don't ever stop. Don't ever not done what you think is right. But think about what you think is right to make sure that you're not telling the wrong lie because somebody else told you. And that happens a lot of times in business. Somebody else tells you how to make all kinds of money, and all they do is lie because they can make money off you. Don't let nobody do that to you. Know your heart, know your soul. Stay in touch with everything you are. I mean, every hair on your body gives you a sense. Every smell in the air gives you a sense. Every fish, every set, every girl. I mean, girls are minuets. Minuets of girls. They get a guy offline so much with that minuet. That's kind of strong duty, trying to understand women and men. So God set it back with Adam and Eve. I think they should have never brought the olive branches in, and then we have a choice. But everybody thought we should cover up. But shit, then how do we figure out what's underneath the olive branch? I don't know. But, hey, you guys, I'm going to leave you alone. Quit pouring out my soul. I hope. Because I got to go lay down. This lovely couple I found today rang my doorbell. She was pregnant. He was young and dumb. But they wanted work. I gave them work. They did a good job for me. They did. She could read a tape measure and he couldn't. So they kind of worked as a group. He couldn't read the tape measure or know how to use a hammer. I even gave him a belt to put his hammer in, and he threw it on the floor all the time. He couldn't put it in the belt. And she's pregnant. And don't have time for an idiot. I hope they make it. I really do hope they make it. But I think they both need to grow up. I like to feel what shit has to really be. Gotta look at the screen and my head's over this way or this way. I'm trying to sit straight, you guys. But a lot of one side or the other. But I'm going to shed it as soon as I find this little square thing down here and my mouse.